saying that people aren't good if they're not intense. John Hack's not like overtly intense.
Yeah.
Sometimes people aren't capable of it because it's not within their kind of mental framework. Some people are built to kill, and some people aren't. But it doesn't mean both people can't kill.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? Some people can do it easier than others. Analogies with Kevin. Where do people's intensity come from? Where does it come from?
Comes from the inside, man.
From the inside.
From the inside.
Mental drive.
From where?
From the inside.
I like calling it internal tormenting. Where like you tormenting meaning like you beat yourself up.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're worth more than your current state.
Yeah.
And that helps kind of drive you further because you're motivated by something more than what you currently have.
Yeah. So you push it for more. You know, like more out of yourself.
Yeah. So my mental state usually is like, how do I say it? I feel like I'm anxious a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So I feel like, am I good enough? Not to other people, but always an internal feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think everyone can tell by the content I like release. It's kind of like an expression of myself. I'm not afraid to show who I am, but I'm afraid of is what I'm becoming enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And creating things to me and kind of getting that out there and inspiring others is one way to express myself and get rid of that feeling. Because if I was doing nothing, as men usually, I'm not discounting women as well, but for men in general, a lot of depression is caused by a feeling of worthlessness and not being useful to society or useful internally to yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100% man.
Because like a feeling of being lost is very prominent amongst all men because you know it's a challenge to climb hierarchies and building the person that you know you want to be. And some people don't get there. If everyone was successful, there would be no fucking suicides. And even with being successful, you're driven to the point where you have that in the back of your head. Is it enough? And when you get there, it isn't enough, and then you just go from there. And it's sad to see sometimes. But
there should always be that hunger, man. There should always be that hunger of. It's always good to have that feeling of not being good enough, like to yourself, because I think that will push you to great limits, man.
I think so as well. But that type of conversation you have with yourself will continue. Like I like looking into the distant future. You know what I mean? Because if you think of it like that now, look how far you've come from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And then 5 years into the future, you're gonna still have that type of same mentality until the day that you die potentially.
Yeah.
But I haven't gotten to that age to kind of think about, oh yeah, I've done all this stuff, but in my head, I'm thinking 5 years into the future, it doesn't matter how much money I have, what I've achieved, there's always going to be something more, and when does it fucking end, you know what I mean? And it's kind of a constant ringing in your ears of you just talking to yourself and just questioning everything that you're doing. And
but it's good. Because it keeps you hungry, man.
Yeah,
it keeps you hungry, you know?
Yeah, and
because, I mean, that's where you start to fall, is where you get satisfied. Where you get satisfied is where you start to fall. That's your downfall. Yeah. You know, I've achieved it, and then that's it. Correct. But it's still a point, you should get to a point where, alright, I've hit this point, I want more. I want more out of myself.
What did Kobe Bryant say to Kanye West in that satirical ad?
More records.
But I'm the best.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
What the does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
But that's literally the message that like I'm trying to give, and as funny as that ad is, it's true, you know what I mean? Kanye West or whatever in that interview is like, I'm the best. And Kobe's message to him and to everyone else is kind of like, what else are you doing? Because you're not the best at everything, right? What other endeavors are you trying to reach out to and mastering that? Because you have your whole life ahead of you and all these different avenues that you can take. And if you've mastered something and you still have time, you haven't really unlocked your true potential yet. And even though I'm saying these words to you guys, it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone's going to interpret it the same way. Because the people who are actually driven are going to think about what I've said and kind of reflect on it. Whereas people who think they've got it fucking figured out, they're just going to brush it off. You know what I mean? And those complacent people who don't resonate with a message of, you know, motivation, positivity, they've got bigger issues than listening to me and not understanding it.
You should call this Unloading with Josh.
Unloaded radio. Beep, 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 beep.
Every Saturday morning.
Quarantine.
Quarantine. Where are the demons at?